Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first London Glossy podcast. As you all know, London Glossy was founded in 2010, and I will be talking to the founder, Deborah Thomas. So tell me, Deborah, I know we've been wanting to start this podcast for a while since, and it's been on the cards, and a lot of time we discussed it in the past, but I know that now you're finally deciding to launch it in this third lockdown of London. So I kind of have to ask you, why now? Why not earlier? Or what kind of prompted you to actually launch the podcast now?
Do you know what it is? I've always been somebody that would really want to get up and do something immediately. But you know, with life, and you guys out there probably have been through that. You go through different issues in life and you keep saying to yourself, do you know what? I'm going to come back to this. But then you got this lockdown. I've had a lot of time to really sit down and have a deep think and just, sort of reevaluate myself. And so we should. I think every human being should look at yourself every 6 to sort of 12 months, reevaluate yourself and say, where am I going wrong? What should I be doing next? And when am I going to start it? So I looked at the lockdown situation. I've had a whole lot of time to think and probably eat and gain some weight as well, as we all have. And I've said, this is the best time to get up out there and, talk about exactly all those things, the real issues of life that we are all going through. And that's the reason.
Okay. And so for London Glossy itself, I'm assuming that are you now mitigating the whole lockdown as like with the business itself? Are you trying to change the outlook? Are you trying to change the end goal? How does London Glossy grow inside this space?
Well, I founded London Glossy 10 years ago in 2010, and it was purely sort of a lifestyle company, lifestyle branding, real life issues, business and politics. And if you look back and to see our world of today, with all the situation, with all the lockdowns and different issues, you can see a whole lot of us have transformed and transformed into sort of a new way of doing business, new way of talking to people, and people have different issues. I mean, for instance, lockdown, as we all know, has created a whole lot of mental stress. A whole lot of people don't get to meet each other. Some people only socialize literally at work. And unfortunately, a whole lot of stuff have now changed, and we're now in a sort of a new life situation where we're going to be thinking of, how do we meet people? How do we solve problems? Who do we talk to? And I'm thinking, this is a perfect time to launch this podcast. A whole lot of people have a lot of things to talk about. And you know what? Why not talk to us about it in London Glossy? And this is just what this is all about. And the way I'm looking forward for this podcast is we're going to be dealing with a lot of life issues. We're going to be inviting different people from time to time with their, to share what they're doing with us, to share the ways they're proceeding with their business, to share how they're resolving their sort of life issues. Mm-hmm. And hopefully this will, be very successful.
Right. Then what would you say to the business owner now who is never been experienced online? Has been dealing with hell since literally the first lockdown, and then I would say is now trying to build themselves up again, because obviously you talked about, I'm sure that there was a time in London Glossy's past where you must have been stuck in a rut, because 10 years is a long time. I'm sure there had to have been hard times, and then how did you overcome those, and then what kind of advice would you give to any of the business owners out here who are also now going through their own ruts or struggles?
I've got to be honest with you. I'm a self-made person, and of course a mother as well at the same time. And it's very difficult running a business as a self-employed person as well as raising a family. And I started a business all on my own, and of course it did require quite a lot of capital. And of course, as you know, we've been through the recession, we've been through various situations in the world, and now it's even worse with the lockdown. Now, I've got one thing to say to every business out there. All small businesses and new businesses, or if you're actually planning to start a new business, make your business essential. When you make your business essential, add on to the list of what services you're offering. Whatever is an essential service, make sure it's added to your business program. When you have this in your business program, you will never be stuck again in a lockdown. I was in a rut, I've been through that, but we all have cycles. This is life. Life is normal when you go through different cycles. You're not a robot, you're a human being. So make your business essential. And that is what I've learned from this cycle of business.
Right. All right, so now you see that now everything's going online.
Yes, everything is going online.
Of course, and I'm assuming, does the magazine that initially happened on Glossy, does it come back online as well?
Yes, the e-magazine will be launching soon, which is absolutely exciting. Mm-hmm. And it's still going to be the same sort of lifestyle, luxury, and of course, wellness. Because wellness is very important, especially with this lockdown. There's been so many problems, you know, on the mental health front. And we all know this. Mm-hmm. And not a lot of people have the tools, you know, to deal with this mental problem, mental depression, you know, loss of business, loss of homes. These are things that, you know, affect your mental wellness. And it's not easy, to be honest. Not a lot of people have friends to talk to. In fact, some people are completely isolated.
I mean, I think, yeah, this lockdown definitely proved that some people are really isolated. If you think about it, actually, the lockdown, well, it's been 3 lockdowns. It's actually kind of shown to some people. I've seen like just online, when you look at some people's posts online, you look at some of the individuals, they say that like lockdown proved who really was a friend to them when they needed friendship the most, you know?
Yes, nothing beats talking to somebody. Mm-hmm. No matter what you do, you need to talk to somebody. Mm-hmm. And so this is one of the things we would be having. It'll be an opportunity to talk. Mm-hmm. And it's fantastic. So I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to this. And I'm sure a whole lot of our subscribers will be looking forward to this too.
Nice one. Well, thank you for your time here, really. I mean, I can't wait for the next opportunity for us to discuss. And then the next individuals we can bring onto the show and then have a chance to speak to you as well.
My pleasure.